What's up, everybody? This is Neil McNeil. I'm the author of the urban novel series Through the Fire. You can find me over there at Amazon.com. Just hit Neil McNeil, or you can just hit the link below and it'll take you straight there. Right now, I want to cover something. I want to talk about something that I saw on YouTube that really puzzled me. And I actually saw it a few weeks ago before I started my YouTube, my videos. And this was a situation where a very popular host from The View, the show The View, wildly popular show, Sheryl Underwood, she was speaking to her, not just her co-host, but to millions of people all over the world about how ugly black hair is. And the point she was trying to make was centered around the fact that somebody had cut their child's hair and kept the afro inside of a bag, sort of as a memorabilia, so that they can keep that. You know how that type of stuff goes. And she just went on a rant about how ugly black hair is and how it's just nappy and basically just ugly. And she said all this while she's sitting there with a head full of weave. Now, I have no problem with females who wear weave. Every woman that I know wears it at some point or another. But the way that she went about slandering not just black women in general, but basically her own self, it really bothered me because, you see, I got two daughters. And what I teach my children is that they are beautiful just as they are. They don't need to add water. They don't need to add any kind of preservatives. They're gorgeous. Now, if they choose to add water, if they choose to add those preservatives, hey, it just adds on to the beauty that they already have. So it's kind of disturbing to me to see somebody of Sheryl Underwood's stature, you know what I'm saying? Basically, somebody who should know better, just exercising her self-hatred and doing so in such a public arena. I mean, The View is a real popular show, and it bothered me so much because, I just imagine a woman who's not sure of herself seeing something like that and hearing something like that and becoming even more unsure of herself. I imagine a young teenage girl seeing something like that and, just feeling a little bit less confident about herself based on something that this older and more established woman has said. So the problem that I have is that I never see any excuse. I don't find any humor when you have somebody black who's willing to stand in front of an arena of whites and just slam black people, especially black females, because, man, I'm telling you, even though black men, we are up against a lot, we can pretty much fix our problems ourselves. Sisters, on the other hand, they're up against a lot and they're asked to do so much that when you add to that somebody of their own coming out and beating them over the head with how ugly and how beat up and how nasty and how negative, that does nothing but tear down the very group of people that we need to push ourselves, to push our nation, to raise our kids, to help nurture us, period. Our nation is nurtured by our sisters, so I find it real disgusting when somebody from amongst the ranks will come out and have the take on beauty, black woman's beauty that Sheryl Underwood has. And the funny thing about it is, we don't even have to say how beautiful black women are. All we have to do is just look at what all the other females in the world are doing. And tell me who they trying to copycat. Lip injections, butt injections, breast injections. Come on, man. Sisters, y'all the bomb. And Sheryl Underwood, you really ought to be ashamed of yourself. Peace, y'all.